Hello everyone, this is Ethan from the Orlando Tourist, and today is close to the beginning of spring break in Central Florida. So it's pretty busy, it should be, and the crowds are going to start getting busier as the next few weeks happen. And it's a Friday today, so we're going to show you around the park and give you some spring break tips. So it looks like for the new Universal Studios store, they have some details going on the side. Wonder if those will have LED lights. They got a lot of the shaping going on right now for the building. Paneling, some wood structures. Again, here's some of the concept art. And then on this side of the wall, there's more concept art. Right here. So this is some of the shaping we have in the building, the way it looks. And we also have Mario right there. So they're gonna have a Nintendo section in the store. In other news this week, Universal just announced yesterday that Mardi Gras is now ending on April 11th instead of March 28th. If you look on the sign here, it says February 6th to March 28th. But that date is now wrong. It will now end on April 11th. So you have more time to get food, use your tasting lanyard, you have more time to get beads, and just enjoy Mardi Gras in general. So right now, it's really not that busy because it's still really early in the morning, but I'm expecting as the day goes on for it to get crowded. And then spring break is going on right now for some people around the state, and will be going on for the next few weeks, so expect some crowds. There will be blockout dates from March 28th to April 10th. So expect some really big crowds here, and the blockout date does apply to power and seasonal pass holders. Right now, since it's 8:40, we have early park admission going on, which means that they block out certain part of the parks because it's not officially open to everyone. And if you're a pass holder or hotel guest, you can do Minions or Gringotts at this time before the park opens to everyone. So Rip Ride Rockit has been down like all week for maintenance issues, so I'm gonna ask if they are opening today. So Rockit is reopening now from its little maintenance break. So if you are coming during spring break, you will be able to ride Rip Ride Rockit. So I just did Mummy with no wait. So if you come here really early during spring break, you might be able to get some attractions done as the park's opening with no wait. So Universal has something called early park admission. So you can get here an hour before the park opens to all guests. So early park admission is allowed for both preferred and premier pass holders, but on the down season it's allowed for all pass holders. But also hotel guests can use early park admission. During early park admission, Gringotts and Minions are open, but you will be in the park before the rest of the park gets in there. So you can do more rides and get to other attractions quicker. And I definitely recommend using early park admission to your advantage during spring break.
From there, you will be escorted to the vaults. Well, that's all. Move along.
Another tip for the spring break crowds that I want to give you is to make sure you have the Universal Orlando mobile app downloaded. Because if you have the app downloaded, you can check the wait times throughout the day and see when certain rides become less of a wait, so you don't have to wait that long. And then also, you need the app for virtual lines, and Hagrid is one of the attractions that uses virtual line. On the app, there is now also a new indicator that tells you if the virtual line is full, so you don't have to waste time checking. But make sure you check a lot to get the virtual lines, because they drop randomly and they go quickly too. So in our last video, we actually did go downstairs here. It's the immigration tour, so it's called. You're allowed to sit in the chairs and take pictures of the aliens. I will have the video linked below though, so you can see that video. I definitely recommend coming early. It's a really good tip because we rode Men in Black just twice in a row with no wait. And a lot of the rides are just walk-on when you come really early. So I definitely recommend showing up early so you can get as much done before the crowds come. So we're over by Barney right now, and we were here last week as well, but they still had the set uncovered. But now, if you look closely, it's covered up right now. The little pre-show before you enter into the attraction. So they are working on deconstructing it right now to replace Barney and put something else there. Another quick tip for spring break crowds is that I would come during weekdays if you can, because there are usually less people in the park and it won't be as crowded as if you go on a weekend. It's Squidward and SpongeBob right here meeting guests, and Patrick too. And it looks like we have a lot of characters out today because we have Scooby and the gang right here. They've recently moved the Mystery Machine and it's by Central Park now. Here they are.
Yeah, so let's see. Hold on. I know Velma is but I'll do them.
So right now we are on the way to the prop shop because there's something special in there. And if you like Horror Nights, you should be excited for it. So as we're approaching the prop shop, it looks like it's not actually opened right now. So I guess it's open on select weekends and weekdays. But if we look in there, I can't really see any of the Horror Nights posters in there. We'll have to come back another time and show you guys. Looks like we have more characters over here. We have Diego, Dora, and Boots. So it is really hot out today. So during spring break, the sun comes out a lot compared to the winter, and it is way hotter. So I definitely recommend bringing sunscreen, a hat, and just stay protected from the sun. And if we look over here, look at the line for Minions. So this leads me to another tip. Start in the back of the park before you go to the front. If you come here early enough and the front of the park has a short wait, like Minions is a 5-minute, then I recommend doing it before it gets busy. But if you want, I recommend hitting the back of the park first, get all the rides done there, and come back to the front so you have more rides done. Because these people in the front of the park start here, then go to the back, and the ones in the back get busier later. You'll have done those rides already, so you won't have to worry about it. adventure right now. This is the grand reveal for VelociCoaster from when you walk in. It doesn't look like it's testing at the moment. Maybe we'll catch some before we leave. We're not staying too long today, but hopefully we'll get some test runs in. So we're heading to the Seuss waterfront area to get a nice view of VelociCoaster right now. So this is the current view of VelociCoaster right now. There are people on top of the front entrance building doing some work on the ride. No test runs right now. And on the front entrance right there are two raptors in the signs there for the entrance of the ride. You're going to be entering right there, right in front of Discovery Center. If you see the orange crane, you look to the left of it, that's where you enter the ride. So, this area is closed right now by the Three Broomsticks because they're refurbishing the little... Oh, the VelociCoaster's running now. But they're refurbishing the little awning here. And it's got dummies in the VelociCoaster. It just started running. But yeah, they're putting a moss barrier there to help block the coaster out from the Wizarding World. We're gonna go over and around VelociCoaster and get other views. So this is the new VelociCoaster sign that was recently installed. It's pointing to go down here, which is by the smoking area, and by the inverted stall. That's one of the entrances if you're coming from Harry Potter. If not, you can also go enter from the bypass bridge. So you can get some testing footage from down here. So we are over by the inverted stall, and these two raptors right here were installed here. They were unwrapped just a couple days ago. I'm thinking this whole area is going to open soon, the lagoon front. There are guest fans over there. We got lighting in there. And then if we look here, we have an exclusive viewing spot. This is a good spot to view the coaster too. We're gonna go around to the front paddock and see if we can see any more test runs. There hasn't been one since. So right now we have employees leaving the work area here. The first turn of the ride. Let's go see if we see raptor sounds here, if we hear them. Because the other day someone heard raptor sounds right over here from the first show scene. That's the top hat over there. I don't hear any raptor sounds at the moment, but maybe because the ride's not running right now. We'll check back later. So in my last video, I came here at night and got some testing footage of the paddock, but now we're here during the day and I haven't been here. Oh, it's launching. This is the second time.
They've got people wrapped in plastic.
Those are test dummies. I haven't seen this during the day yet, but now we have it. Right now, if you look closely, there is fog coming out of the first show scene. It might not be picking up on camera, but there's definitely fog coming out.
Things must be worn at all times, fully covering your nose and mouth, except when actively eating.
So VelociCoaster is running today, but the test runs are very few and far in between. They're not cycling like they were last week when we were here. So it's very hard to catch them. They just launch at random. So I do have a lot of pictures and I'll be posting that on my Instagram page. But I do have some footage and we're gonna check my Popeyes and see what we can get. So if you look over here, the bypass bridge is all lit up and it's brown. It just got painted recently in the last month. So that will be used to go to the front of the ride. And right next to the bypass bridge, there's these blue poles. And those are the fans that help cool guests off in the lagoon viewing area. And there's a new blue boom lift right here. I haven't seen test runs for quite a bit, so that'll be it for VelociCoaster for now, unless you see more testing. But if you come during spring break, they might be having team member previews at the time because they're getting close, and they might start having soft openings within the month. So if you keep coming here, I would say in a few weeks, maybe 3 or 4 weeks, you might be lucky enough to ride it. A lot of characters out today, a lot of characters out. So as you see, the crowds are here now. It's 110 minutes for Spider-Man. And recently the walls have come down in front of the attraction because it was just refurbishing. And they did have a different entrance somewhere else in the park. Also, the fire effect is working again on the ride.
Please keep your heads against the headrest at all times. This is for your safety. Launching in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
If you're exceeding expected levels, you have served Doom well. Thanks to you weak mortals, I finally have the power I need to crush the Fantastic Four. The triumph of Dr. Doom is at hand.
Thank you for your fear test subjects to escape. Pull in on your harness, pull in. All hail Dr. Doom.
So Universal just got some new masks in. They have the VelociCoaster mask. And they have medium and large sizes, and it's $8 for one or 3 for $20. So these are new. So hopefully there's enough tips to help you with your trip to Universal on spring break. And we got to see VelociCoaster footage today. If you enjoyed the video, definitely like and subscribe to the Orlando Tourist. Follow me at Florida Theme Park Pics on Instagram and at Ethan Hershaft on Twitter. And stay tuned as I'm going to be back very soon and get more footage and content.